Hey, it's Nicole
And Monica. We're the Mortgage Chicks with
our weekly chirp, chirp, chirp. So we're doing a really great series right now. What is underwriting looking at when you're having your file be reviewed?
Yes.
We've gone over a lot of different things. We've gone over job history, debt to income
calculation.
Yes, all that good stuff. And we thought it would be great to kind of continue on with that. Let's talk about assets.
So assets are really important. There's a few reasons why we look for assets. Number one, we obviously want to see that you have what you need for your down payment and closing costs. And it's really important that these assets are documented assets, that they've been in the bank account for typically at least 2 months is the best way to say that. When we ask for assets, we're going to ask for 2 months bank statements, full bank statements, not screenshots,
right?
Not pictures of your screen. We need to see all pages of 2 months bank statements. So what we're looking is to see the history of your assets. How much money do you have in there? Has it been seasoned in there for that 2 months? And if not, if you've got deposits going into your account, where did that money come from? Because we have to document that.
Yeah, and you know, when we say deposits, like your ACH of your payroll, we can totally see what that is. We even have some people still getting tax refunds. I just have had that in the last couple of weeks. As long as it's labeled, but if you have like a $2,000 check going into your account and that's not a typical deposit, those are the things that we would need to paper trail.
Then we're going to be asking questions. You have cash deposits, you have random, transfers from other accounts or from people. Those things are going to be asked for. We want to make sure the assets for your down payment and closing costs are verified assets that we can use to go towards those things. And then also another reason why we need assets is for reserves. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So, typical things that we get for assets are checking accounts, savings accounts. We've done a couple of CDs lately. But a 401k, if you have a retirement, mutual funds, all of that stuff, even if you're not going to necessarily pull from those types of accounts for your down payment or your closing costs, we might need those as reserves to show that you've got some house payments in the bank at time of closing, just to get you approved. So again, we're not necessarily asking you to pull money out of that unless that is something that you're planning on doing, but we just want to get that information. Sometimes it's like the final piece of the puzzle to make our underwriting get complete and to get you approved. So we really try to work hard on each file to kind of strategize where that approval is. And we try not to ask for too much documentation either. We want to be cognizant of that. We don't want it. We don't want to ask you guys to spend the time.
But bank statements tend to be one of the things that are the most difficult. We have the most hurdles to jump through. So we like to look at those ahead of time. And then also, if we can get our eyes on that, we can address any of those deposits. And then also reserves, like Nicole was saying, sometimes reserves, if you have 2 or 3 months reserves or 6 months reserves put away somewhere where we're not really using that money, that could be a difference of getting approved.
It could be a game changer from not being approved to being approved.
Exactly. So assets are really important. Let us know if you have any questions on this piece of the puzzle. And then next week, we're going to tackle credit.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.